Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NBA show. It's Friday, June 23rd. I think the summer solstice was relatively recently. Nonetheless, last night was the NBA draft. I think my voice is shot a little bit. Um, Ciro's I think he's in Miami today, um, just across the other side of the state. I've been better. I've felt better. Uh, so today's gonna be really quick. Hopefully, actually, nobody. What's up, Shade? What's up, Josh? Hopefully, Ciro, Luke, and Nick don't show up because I can't find my earbuds, which is really unfortunate because I gotta go drive far-ish, and I'd like to listen to music. Yeah, it's a quickie. I'm not fully aware of what happened yesterday. We have an article here and I'm gonna run through it because I got home last night, right? And I don't know, it was pretty late, man. It was like 1 a.m. I got home and I'm checking the draft. First off, Chris Paul got traded. Holy shit. Golden State. Oh my goodness. Jordan Poole is a Washington Wizard. Oh my goodness. All these moves happened. And the Rockets take Cam Whitmore at pick number 20. And I was blown away. I gotta love lukewarm water. Um, but yeah, let's just run through this. Let's run through it. Uh, yeah. So I'm being before we even get into it. Two things I do know: the Spurs and the Rockets, huge draft winners. In fact, I would just go ahead and say they both won. Um, you probably have to go with the Spurs are the clear winner because Victor Wembanyama. It's Victor Wembanyama. Long term, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if the Rockets were the at the end of the day the draft winner. We're not gonna. I don't really care about. No disrespect to Adam Finkelstein. I don't know who it is. Not really concerned with his analysis, but couldn't find somewhere where we could just kind of run through it. We got Bucket Hat. I'm jealous. What's up, Derpy? Yeah, I picked this up yesterday, actually. My first ever bucket hat. I feel like a true Floridian. So apparently, a record breaking, what was it? 6 South Floridians got drafted this year, something crazy, and like 4 of them were in the top 11 pick, something like that. Didn't know there were that many South Floridians in the draft. So shout out to everybody else in South Florida. I think it's rainy today. Hopefully that clears up. Victor Wembanyama, that's the clear cut pick. I'm still really surprised that the Hornets went with Brandon Miller. Um, let me see. I have a video pulled up, or I found a video. Uh, I'm not really sure if I'm not even really sure if the Hornets know what they're doing. So let's play this video. Let's pull it up. This is very concerning if I was a Hornets fan. Uh, I don't think I'm going to be able to hear it, but it's okay.
Everything that every answer we got to every question. I would say, he is a freshman, right? So, he's a little bit, I would say younger than, excuse me, I wouldn't say younger. Nah, I bet not even go in that direction, actually. I'll just back off. Well, everything.
Ooh. I don't really. There was a lot of Joe Biden jokes on that video. What's up, Aaron? Not really sure what's going on in Charlotte, but yeah, they'll figure it out one day maybe. Brandon Miller, nonetheless, good draft pick, but you had the ability to draft Scoot Henderson, so not really sure what you did there. Well, the Portland Trailblazers were like, oh, okay, if you're gonna take Brandon Miller, we'll gladly draft Scoot Henderson at pick number 3, and yeah, I'm pretty surprised that actually ended up happening. So, yeah, Portland has Scoot. I don't really know what to make of it. It's going to be a really interesting fit with Damian Lillard. Dame's still a Blazer. Um, I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but nonetheless, they got a lot of really young athletic freaks on this team named Shaden Sharp and Scoot Henderson now. So just a beautiful draft selection. Followed by another beautiful draft selection of my Houston Rockets, taking Mr. Amin Thompson. I'm a huge fan of this move. If you guys are been watching my Rockets content or just listening to this show, I mean, Amin Thompson is that dude. And yeah, you got to take a guy of his athletic potential. Had a trade Dame jersey. Oh my. All right, Azar Thompson, and we'll speed through these. Azar, I gotta drive, and I gotta figure life out, man. You gotta eat something. Anyways, just a whole lot of nothing going on up top right now. Azar Thompson going 5. Cyro said it was the move. I didn't really believe him. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, Azar Thompson, welcome to the Pistons. I think he fits perfectly. Azar was shooting 38% from downtown in the playoffs, and he made the game-winning shot to win the championship for Overtime Elite. So, there's definitely a lot better shooting potential with Azar than there is Amin. And, yeah, they're very different, but, kind of similar-esque players, just good athletes. But I think Azar will have at least a 35% three-point shot in the NBA. Anthony Black to the Orlando Magic. I really love it. I'm really big on Anthony Black. Some people hate his potential. They don't think there's anything there. I don't see that. I like it. The Wizards, didn't they trade this pick? Washington Wizards had Bilal Coulibaly, or I thought the Pacers had him. No. I see that there's a trade here. The Pacers swapped the 7th pick to the Wizards for the 8th pick in future. Wow. All right, Washington's got Bilal. Jeez. Word. Very good for them. Sweet. Yeah. Taking them at 7, that's the big one. Outside of Brandon Miller going 2, this is probably the first big shock of the draft. Outside of the fact that Cam Whitmore is still available on the board at the time, but Bilal going 7, sheesh. Good player, though. Jarace Walker to the Pacers. I like it a lot. Taylor Hendricks to the Jazz. Like it a lot. Oxon Wallace to the Thunder. Yeah, we got a trade here. I like it a lot. I thought Kassan Wallace was with the Mavs. Was very confused. And, I didn't know there was a trade. So there was a trade. I like it. OKC, Kassan Wallace. Orlando Magic take Jet Howard with their 2nd pick. This one surprised me a lot. I don't like this pick in the slightest. No disrespect to Jet Howard. I mean, Jet Howard is a lottery talent for sure. But at 11, I would have gone in a different direction. However, he's a great shooter, certainly a good shooter, and the Magic will take it. But, yeah, a little surprising, especially that Grady Dick was still available. Derek Lively to the Mavs. Love it. Absolutely love that move. I think this is perfect. I'm very, very happy with this pick from the Mavericks. Grady Dick, great pick from the Toronto Raptors. I'm sure they were just as shocked as well that he fell to 13. We're only talking a couple of picks here, but there were some people who had Grady Dick going like 6 to 8 and falls to 13 to Toronto. I like it. Grady Dick reminds me of he's only 19. He reminds me of like my younger cousins. Just kind of like the way he is. I saw that like TikTok compilation today, which was funny. Jordan Hawkins to the Pellies. Nice. Kobe Bufkin to the Atlanta Hawks. They'll definitely appreciate what he can do for them next season and will have an impact immediately. I like it. Good job, Atlanta. The Jazz. Is this a trade? Select Keontae George at 16. Word. The Lakers end up getting Jalen Hood-Schifino. Okay, cool. Yeah, Jalen was creeping to the lottery. I think Cyro in the last mock had him at like 10, which I wasn't a fan of. There's a lot of potential with Jalen, and I like the pick. You know what? The Celtics do a good job. All right. What's up, Thomas? Just popping in to say congrats in Houston's picks. Raps got steal as well from my view. Cheers. Thank you, Thomas. Have a good one. Grady Dick, you did too. Grady Dick, my age. Yeah. Yeah. I'm what 1 month from now I'll be 5 years older than Grady Dick. Come on, man. That's fucked. That's super fucked. I'm pretty concerned with Whitmore since he called from top 5 pick to pick 20, but talent wise, he's a great pick. Oh yeah, we're almost there. Triple J to the Heat. All right. It's a solid pick, man. He's ready to come in and contribute day one. And that's what Miami wants. B-Pod to Golden State. Love it. Amazing pick. Cam Whitmore. Yeah, I just don't really – whether it works out or not, this is well worth the risk after Whitmore's slide. Aggressively, he might be a top 5 talent in this class. His explosiveness and sheer power are off the charts. He also made strides as a shooter at Villanova. The best part, he now has a wake-up call from his slide and a strong coach in Ime Udoka. This could be a great thing for him. So, yeah, I don't really Bulls expect Lonzo to miss the season, which really sucks. I just saw a bunch of stuff last night. It didn't really seem like anybody really knew what was going on. There were talks about failing the medical or the physical. There were talks about him just having a really bad workout. There were talks about him just like people, teams talking to him and just like not liking the conversation. I mean, if any of that were to be true, Ime Udoka is a perfect head coach. John Lucas. Is Lucas gone from the Rockets now, right? Is John Lucas actually gone, or is he still in? I would imagine that Ime is just running it. What's the word here? He's still the assistant with the Rockets. All right. Cool. Right? Is he still in town? I think he is. Anyways. Cam Whitmore, I mean, I like it a lot, man. You guys know I hated the pick at 4 for Cam Whitmore. I thought it was horrible. I thought it was just a terrible idea. And it was the only situation where I'd be like fine bringing James Harden back is if they drafted Cam Whitmore at 4, because I was like, all right, I don't really want Whitmore at 4 if they do that. He reminds me of like a better Jayshawn Tate who can shoot. Just a good, smart player as far as like, he doesn't need the ball in his hands to be successful, and he doesn't have much of a dribble at all. But when there is a dribble there, he's pretty nice with it. He always goes left. Every single time he goes left, never goes right. He goes left every single time. And, that's going to pose some issues long-term, possibly. But he's great off ball, nice defensive prospect as well. This isn't the same Villanova with Coach Jay Wright, but it's still, Villanova, and they still breed excellence. But yeah, it is something to note that it is, a different Villanova coach. Was this his first year? Right, this was Jay Wright's first year in retirement. But nonetheless, man, Cam Whitmore at 20 is a great pick, and the good news is he can shoot. He was a good shooter last year, so that's always good. All right, Noah Clowney. We'll skim through all the rest of these. Noah Clowney to the Nets. Dariq Whitehead to the Nets. Great pick. I like Dariq a lot. Chris Murray to Portland. Awesome. Great pick. Cool. Yeah, awesome. He's going to help him right away. Portland with a great draft so far. Dallas takes OMP. All right. Good pick. Marquette boy. Marcus Sasser to Detroit. All right. Ben Shepherd to Indiana. Nick Smith Jr. fell all the way to 27. Pretty shocking to me. But great spot to land in Charlotte. Bryce Sensabaugh to the Utah Jazz. Julian Strawther to the Nuggets. Wow, that's who they went with. Huh. All right. Yeah, I mean, not the best defensive athlete, but all right, Denver. Kobe Brown to the Clippers. Cool. Clippers always do a really good job at. I mean, they always are drafting late first because the injuries always rack up in the playoffs. But they do a good job at drafting, man. Marcus Sasser, big time bucket. Kai Soto, I'm assuming he didn't get drafted. James Najee fell to the second round of Charlotte. Awesome. Jalen Pickett to the Nuggets. Jeez. I like it, though. You know what? I like Jalen Pickett. But, yeah, they don't like it. C- is a desperate grade. Minnesota takes Leonard Miller. Isn't he a Spur? Oh, wow. Wow, I thought the Spurs got Leonard Miller, but I didn't realize they traded it to Minnesota. Wow, okay, great pick for Minnesota. Never mind, I recant my opinion on the Spurs easily winning the draft. I mean, they're still one of the major winners, but I really thought Leonard Miller was a Spur. Colby Jones to the Kings, cool. Julian Phillips to the Bulls. Oh, I didn't even know we had a pick. Did we trade this? Who traded into this spot? Oh yeah. Oh wow, we traded. Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know the Bulls had a draft pick, or that we ended up making a trade and taking a draft pick last night. Wow. All right. Cool. Julian Phillips, welcome. Andre Jackson to the Bucks, great pick. Hunter Tyson to the Thunder. All right. Jordan Walsh to the Kings. Word. Muhammad Gai to the Hawks. Actually, don't know anything about him. Sorry, Aaron, if you're watching. I'll get on it. Maxwell Lewis, second round slip to the Lakers. Shit, dude. Okay. See you. Mari Bailey to the Hornets. Damn, dude, the Hornets are just stacking it up. They're doing a great job. Wow. And to think they could have Scoot Henderson, too. Tristan Vucevic to the Wizards. Good stuff, man. Ryan Rupert to the Blazers. Oh, my goodness. Blazers doing a great job. I guess Portland traded into that. All right. City Sissoko, the Spurs, good pick. GG Jackson to the Grizzlies, great pick, great fit. Seth Lundy to the Hawks. Mojave King to the Pacers, Clippers, Jordan Miller. Amani Bates, let's go, gets drafted to the Cavs. Word. All right. I like the flyer. Keontae Johnson to the Thunder. Jeez, they have so many draft picks. Jalen Wilson to the Nets. Okay. Suns. Was this the Suns' first pick? Or did they have a first round pick? I'm not sure. Jalen Clark to the Wolves. Jalen to the Sac. Isaiah Wong. Yo, it was a good pick to the Pacers. People were loving it. Tracy Jackson Davis to the Warriors was very cool. It was a very, very cool pick. I was very surprised. I think I sent a text about that. Yeah, and then just a real quick on. I know about him. He's a project player. Pretty surprised. Yeah, the Bulls, especially with Lonzo being out. Pretty surprised. Anyways, Chris Paul. I mean, I'm assuming Chris Paul's going to come off the bench to Golden State. The fit doesn't make much sense to me. If he is coming off the bench, I think it is very cool. But I really like Jordan Poole. I really wish that the punch situation had happened, because I think if it didn't, that season would have gone a little bit differently, and the chemistry in the locker room would be a lot different. But I think it's clear that they went with, they're going with Draymond Green over Jordan Poole, which is a great call. Unfortunately for Jordan Poole, Poole's a starter in the NBA, and the Wizards is a perfect fit. And I just really love that fit with Washington, especially with all their young guys coming in right now. But, it was important to retain Draymond Green. Hopefully they can still, hopefully he's coming back. Andrew Wiggins, Steph Curry. So we haven't seen any regression from Steph. So as long as there's no regression, they're still a championship team, and they still have a championship roster with Steph Curry not regressing and being Steph Curry. So I would imagine they are being very. Jordan unfollowed Draymond instantly. Did he really? I would imagine that, like, next season, Chris Paul, Who else is off the books? You're getting like a lot of guys off the books. I mean, Dre probably, unless they give him a long term, which I think might happen. But what is it next year? Clay and Chris would be off the books, right? They'd have a lot of money, a lot more money. So long term, I like long term the flexibility this gives you. Unfortunately, Jordan Poole, it just didn't work out with Draymond Green. But I think Poole's a stud. I think he's a walking bucket, and I think Washington's a perfect fit. And Chris Paul on the bench, I think it's a good role for him at this point in his career. So, all right, guys, that's it. I gotta get this day going here. The weekend just got so busy out of thin air, which is good. But hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back here Monday. Back to, probably at least 3 of us. So back to OBS and just a normal show. So yeah, appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch and talk with me here. And appreciate y'all. I'll see you Monday. Peace.